Alright, take two, because I spent like 2 minutes talking and I didn't turn on my microphone for whatever reason. Operation Sirens, aka 4th Fleet content, as I like to say it. This is a content or update I've been looking forward to this game for about a year now. Because I really wanted 4th Fleet content, because that is the best way to improve whatever we have going on with this game as of right now, which is just simple 2 fleet, 1 fleet content. But now that we have 4 fleet content, this is where it opens up. This is where it gets crazy and exciting. So I don't have any bullet points for this. I do have a link to someone who made a translated update of all the new features in the game mode. So I'll go ahead and link that in the description. You guys can go ahead and look at that. I'm not going to talk about everything in here because it's been self-explanatory, and there's some stuff that I don't want to talk about in general. Like gear upgrades, so it's kind of cool, but I won't talk about that too much, or maybe I could, but whatever. Anyways, I'm going to go down straight through this link, talk about stuff I want to talk about, and we'll go from there. Alright, first of all, we have the gear. Now, nothing too crazy about the gear, but we do have gold plates, as you guys can see on the first picture. Gold gear is pretty neat, because now we can go to plus 13. This is something I've wanted in this game for a while, because, well, not like gold plates, but like making it so we can upgrade plates, gear even further, because as of right now, where it stands, the level cap is 120. By all means, they could just raise the level cap. But there's two things I don't like about raising the level cap every time they add quote-unquote new content or hard content to the game. And the reason being is because the first is the level discrepancy mechanic. Now, if you guys aren't aware, you can destroy levels by simply out-leveling it. That's just simple facts. The highest level right now is 120. If you're struggling at World 12 or something, just get 120 ships and you'll just mow through it. Simple as that. I did the same thing on my Iron Man account. I made 120s. I just rolled through it with just pure levels. That's just simple. That's just how it works. But let's say they release World 14, and let's say the World 14 boss is 128. The 14-4 boss is 128. We're 120 right now. Where it stands, we take 2%. I believe it's like 2% additional damage for being 1 level under. So if we're 8 levels down, we're taking 16% more damage because of that. So let's say they raise a level cap to 125. Okay, now we take like 6% more damage, right? 2 Mounted Tenacity Cat can fix that, but not everyone can have those kind of cats. We want other things as well, like maybe damage lines or something like that. Not only that, but if you guys are aware, it costs a lot of coins to awaken. So yeah, now we're in this infinite loophole where if they want to release World 15, World 16, harder content, bigger raid bosses, level 130, 140, 150, they're just going to keep upping the level cap. And in the process, what's going to happen? It's gonna cost more coins every time to go higher and higher. Now, yes, I get it. The higher level you go, the more resources it costs to sync up, right? I get it. But right now we have so many coin sinks that it's impossible. We have PR missions, PR building, gacha building, upgrading gear. There's a lot of things in this game right now that cost a lot of coins. We don't need more coin sinks. Now, I get it. Upgrading to plus 13 costs coins, but it doesn't cost that much. It costs like what, 800 per upgrade for whatever gear you're looking for. So let's say like 4,000 coins, right? That's not a big deal. But if they made the awakening level to 125, following the trend we have right now for SSR ships, what is it, like 8k, or no, it's like 5k, 6k, or something like that. It goes up by 4,000 and 5,000. Next thing you know, it's going to cost 15,000 coins for a level 125 upgrade. 15,000 coins, guys. That's like a day's worth of coins right there for most people. It's a lot. That right there, like, you won't get any progression done except that one ship to 125. That's about it. So I don't like that. But upgrading gear though is a good step in the right direction. I said it in one of my Discord messages a while back. They simply don't have to raise the level cap if they want to add harder content, but they got to do there's 3 things that make the process a lot easier for making ships stronger. 1, making gear go to like plus 12. I said plus 12, but plus 13 here, perfectly fine. The second, retweak the level discrepancy mechanic. We're taking a lot of excess damage for no reason just because we're under level. We're also doing a lot more damage to ships that are way under leveled than us. Now I get it. It helps the noobs out there, right? That are struggling for whatever reason. I want that to be retweaked though, because if they want to add harder content, we're going to take too much damage because we're under level. And it can't just be an infinite loop of just raise the level cap every single time. That's not going to work out. So they got to retweak that the number values to make it much more sustainable. So like a level 100 ship can at least compete in a field with 120 ships to an extent. That's what I want. Now the third, they have to buff or revamp how cats work, because right now cats, 2 perfect cats is a lot. They contribute a lot of stats. 2 perfect cats does, but getting 2 perfect cats takes a very long time and a very long time committed effort as well, and it's RNG related. But if they make the system a lot better, like say make rerolling a base cat to get the ones you want a lot better, to be a better process, that'll be great. Make it so we're not hindered by not having the perfect cat. Make it so we can get easier cats done, right? Stuff like that. That's what I like about it. Wow, I just spent 6 minutes talking about this first bullet point. Nice, whatever. Anyways, I like the gear upgrading process of this. It is very good. The next being gear upgrades. Now, it's a process of recipes to make gear or whatnot. I think it's pretty neat. I think it's pretty cool. I do like it. Nothing else much to say about it. Just a simple train of progression on gear. If it's good gear, then that's perfectly fine. Then there's a list of gears talking about. I don't care about this stuff. Now, next part is just like, if you guys play JRPGs, you gotta get it. You guys get it, like panels and stuff. There you gotta do weird stuff. There's ice blocks. You guys remember Pokemon with the ice path and stuff, moving all around the ice. There's fog of war, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I do like those. And then there's Siren spawns. I don't care about any of this stuff. Blah blah. Okay. This part right here. This is what I wanted a while back. A while back, a lot of people, when I said this game should have 4 fleet content, this is way before the announcement, is that, well, Kimo, 4 fleet content is nice, but imagine the oil cost. Now, that is not a problem if they have a fixed entry cost for oil. So back then I said like, okay, make it so it's 1 attempt per week, but you pay a flat 1,000 oil and you can bring whatever ships you want. That makes it so people aren't punished for going all out, because again guys, there's not much content in this game where you have to go all out on fleets. There's not. When you use 6 ships most of the time, it's overkill. It simply is overkill. Even 13.4 nowadays, using 6 ships is very overkill. So I feel they should have content in this game where you can pay a fixed flat entry fee to get in, and that's exactly what this update is. They made it so it's like 2,000 oil for 200 stamina, so it's kind of like Arknights, I guess, in a sense. It's also like Grand Blue Fantasy's Arcarum system, if you guys are aware of that as well, where it's action points. You get like 50 action points per stage or whatever, and you get to move around and stuff like that. Kind of neat. I do want to look more into this when it comes out, but that's something I'm very looking forward to. These are areas, gears, stuff like that. I don't care too much about these things in general. Battle progress, stuff like that. Don't care about those. You can't hear your ships as well. I do want it so like you gotta use all the fleets, not just like one big carry fleet. I do want all fleets to contribute to something in this game. So I want it to be like a good mix of everything, for what it's worth. I don't care about these things right now. It does look interesting, but whatever. Skip, yada yada. Double EXP, double drop rates. That's something else I'll talk about, but I'm not too concerned about that. Whatever. Oh, and there's new game mechanics as well. That's interesting. Okay, here, Sirens. Now this is something I want to talk about. So for the longest time, I was figuring out how could they add harder content to this game. Because right now, 13.4, if you guys have done 13.4, it's just, you can auto it, honestly. There's not much going for it. You take a lot of damage, you might live sometimes, you might not live sometimes. It's not hard. Because there's no game mechanics. You just do damage. You kill it or you don't kill it. Simple as that, right? So the only way they can add they can add genuine gameplay into this game is if it's more fleet oriented, or it's more like manual oriented. So it has to be bullet hell in a sense. So that being the case, these fights are bullet hell. It really is. So as of right now, if you guys don't know already, I don't like how the Vanguard system works. It has that dragging mechanic, which I don't like, which means if you're using 3 Vanguards and they're like kind of heavy, there's that lag mechanic. That's why if you guys see me do EX fights, I'll use 1 Vanguard, because my hitbox is a lot smaller. Whereas if I'm using 3 Vanguards, when I move the front Vanguard around, the others lag behind, and my hitboxes get bigger, and I take excess damage for no reason. That's why 1 Vanguard is very, very powerful. So, that being said, in a bullet hell scenario, and I use 3 Vanguards, it's going to be very, very hard. You're going to have to use boilers. You're going to have to use a lot of movement speed. You got to build fleets around air clears and screen clears and stuff like that. Makes it interesting. I won't lie. It's going to be kind of difficult, but hey, I feel like if they pull this off well enough, it could work out. My only problem is that I want content where both lines get threatened. It's not just the Vanguard. If you guys notice, hard content nowadays, the Vanguard gets threatened most of the time, not the back line. So I want fairness when it comes to PvE content, where the front line gets damaged and the back line gets damaged, because it does make sense, right? The Vanguard goes in first, but the backlines have the most HP for obvious reasons, right? A battleship is a battleship. A carrier is a carrier. They're large. They have health, right? I get it. But it's the Vanguard that takes all the heat. It takes all the heat from the battle. So I want fights where they're both taking damage, both sides. That makes it much more weary when you build fleets, because right now, if only the Vanguard takes damage, like let's take for example a bullet hell scenario on EX fights. Let's say the Vanguard takes damage, right? That means you just build a fleet to protect your Vanguard. As simple as that. So you run stuff like Fubuki, who has airstrikes as a DD. You take Eldritch, who has a chance to proc 100% evasion. You take Akagi-chan, who has a chance to give 1 Vanguard 100% evasion. You take Illustrious, who gives shields to all the Vanguards. There's multiple ways to build just the Vanguards. You just tunnel all your kits into the Vanguard and you're good to go most of the time. I want content where you have to protect both the front and the back. It gives a little bit of mix of both, not just tunnel everything into just the front. So content like this, it's good. I do like bullet hell scenarios because people have to get off their auto gameplay and have to actually play the game. I do like that. But I hope it's just not just bullet hell for Vanguards and then backline just takes no damage. I want fairness, and I want damage on both sides, the front and the back. So let's see. And then there's shop currencies in general, stuff to buy in the shops, stuff like that. Very interesting. So it is beta testing. There's more stuff to it. I do want more things added to the content. I do want better things to be improved on for this content. Mainly like make it like I heard they say the 102 bosses, like the level 102 bosses, are kind of difficult, but I want it to be like actual difficulty, like extreme difficulty. That's like there should be different game modes as well, like because people are gonna argue with me, oh Kimo, you're already a high end game player. It's obviously that you want hard content. Yes, that's true, but I feel like they should add different game modes or like different stages, and I think they will. I'm not sure, but you should have an easy, a normal, and a hard, because make it like easy level 60, normal level 90, and hard level 120 or something. That's how I feel like that should work. But it is in a beta test right now, so there's ways to improve it. I'm interested in how things will turn out for this. From what I've seen so far, it's very interesting. Like, this is a step in the right direction, even though it took them 3 years to implement this kind of content. It is a step in the right direction. But I do want it to be up a notch in difficulty. It can't just be as simple just clicking simulator for auto battle, because I'll be honest with you guys, from what I've seen, there's like level 80 mobs and level 100 mobs and stuff. Like that's not scary. I can just auto that. So it's just gonna be another clicking simulator for me. So like just click here, kill this shit, move around, do the gimmick of this puzzle, stuff like that. I want it to be more to it than just auto battle. I want more manual gameplay, stuff like that, because there is a lot of in-depth manual gameplay mechanics that I could share with you guys in another video or something, but Not right now. Anyways, I'm gonna keep it short, simple. I do like this content. It's a step in the right direction. I'm hoping more great things come from it, because it's something I really wanted in this game for a very, very long time. I want 4 fleet content. I want more ship diversity, and being able to up from 12 ships to 24 ships is a great way to start. I want to see more diversity, more variety of people using different ships, from unused to rarely used, stuff like that. I want to see a lot more variety when it comes to fleet building for these kind of contents. Anyways, let me know what you guys think.